welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. Got a small pile here. Gonna just dive right in because I do have a subject I want to talk about today. First one going out. This is actually a Macari order. And can you say 90s? Most definitely 90s. It's in, people. Y2K, we just went right on past and we're down into the 90s now, you know? So, what's going on? So, recently, seen a few different channels talking about the whole idea of eBay suppressing your listings after 90 days. You know, different views, people thinking that it's true, people thinking that it's not, people thinking it's a big conspiracy theory and that eBay tells you to delist and relist in hopes of getting some extra money out of you. I'm sure eBay's perfectly happy and content getting some extra money out of you. I don't think that would bother them in the slightest little bit. But from what I can tell, yeah, eBay suppresses your listing after 90 days. This is not something that is guessed upon by, YouTubers. It is something eBay themselves have literally told us. To come on and blatantly lie about something like that could have consequences. So I don't necessarily see them doing that. But here's the deal. I think people are misinterpreting what it means to have your listing suppressed after 90 days. Macari order. Here we have cute jackets. They look probably unlined, so great for wools and flannels, fleece, that sort of thing. So yeah, having your listings suppressed after 90 days does not mean that they're not visible. It means they have changed their location placement in the search results. Which means that after 90 days, their location is way down at the bottom. It is just very unlikely to be seen. Now, most people I've seen that are like, this doesn't matter, I sell tons of things after 90 days. They tend to sell a lot of more unique items, not as common items. If you look for one of the items they sell, it's got 2 or 3 pages maybe of the items that are like in that realm or whatever. It is not a search that comes up with thousands of items. It's not a clothing search, you know? So, yeah, they're still going to be visible after 90 days. Of course. eBay's not going to be like, oh, it's been 90 days, so we no longer show this in the search results. If they've only got 3 pages worth of search results, they're going to show you all 3 pages worth of search results. This going out to Tony. Here we have scarf and shawl accessories from Vogue. Always cute designs for sure. So yeah, the reality is if you don't sell things that have a million listings, you probably don't need to do the end and sell similar thing. But if you are selling an item where there's a million others that show up in the search result, what eBay has been telling you is that after 90 days, it's being pushed down. And this makes complete sense. Think about doing live selling. You come up with new things every time. You don't have a list of 50 items and you get through the first few and, on the first show, you get through like half of them. You get through 25 of them, but only 10 of them sell. You don't start the next show by showing the exact same 15 items, hoping that somebody's in the show that time that'll buy the item. And eBay has to do the same thing, even with static listings. They have to, you know, keep rotating it and bringing in the new items because they want people to keep coming back. Ooh, what's new at eBay? Denisa? Think I pronounced that name right? Not sure. Sorry if I didn't. Yeah. Is what it is. Yep. Really need to put my glasses on, but they're way over there and I'm not going to do it. Here we have cute tops. Looks like probably great for like workout. You got a lot of the racerback style. So, but cute for everyday wear as well. Definitely cute summer top if you want it for that. So, yeah. And like that's just where things are at with that. I think there's a lot of confusion about what it means for your listings to be suppressed after 90 days. I don't think it necessarily means that they don't show them. It means that they show them on, you know, page 99 out of 100 rather than page 2. And some of these YouTubers that are like, we have tons of stuff sell after 90 days. This isn't, you know, this is a lie, blah, 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 blah. I can see why they think that, because they have no problem with listings staying, you know, staying on for a year or 2 years, because when somebody does that search, somebody's always seeing that listing. Let's see here. Just going out to Sono. Here we have baby pattern. It's super cute. I mean, look how cute that is. It's got the cute little tie in the back. Oh, adorbs. Adorable. So, it's going to seem like, you know, your listings aren't suppressed or whatever when they're always, that's the end of that one, when they're always selling after 90 days. But when you're not working in areas in which you have, you know, 100 pages of listings, you're just not going to really see the effect that time actually has on the listing. And the reality is, if you're selling those sorts of things, like, yes, you know, great for you, because you don't need to end and sell similar the way the rest of us do. And I wouldn't suggest you doing it. Like, there's not a point, really. If you're selling stuff that has 3 pages worth of listings, your listing's always going to show up. And even if it shows up on the last page, like, somebody sees that there's 3 pages of listings, they're going to go through all 3 pages. When they see that there's 100 pages of listings, they're going to go through the first few pages. Maybe. It's going out to Kathy. Here we have another kids pattern. Cute dress. It's Daisy Kingdom. Just like known for its super cute patterns and styles, and just there are actual Daisy Kingdom, like, you know, actual clothing. And if you come across some of those can sell for, you know, a few bucks. So yeah, I think the biggest issue is just people not fully understanding what suppressed listing is. It is not a hidden listing. It is a listing that is moved to the bottom of the pile. Now, is it moved to the very last slot after 90 days? Probably not. They're probably keeping listings that have not been updated, for 3 years at the very bottom. But, depending upon the way their algorithm works, and of course we don't know, maybe after 90 days, your listing drops down into the bottom 50%. Maybe something like that. So it's still, somebody wants to search through 50 pages, it still might be seen with somebody searching through 50 pages. And just from there, it starts, losing. And of course, searches that are more in tune with the title that you have put in will still give it a possibility of moving up in the search results. This going out to Chris. Here we have, looks like a jacket, pants, skirt. Yeah. I don't know if it's supposed to be, yeah. Looks like it's got a jacket version and an actual top version, so cute. I kind of like it. So, yeah. And I know there's probably some people that's like, no, your listings don't just move down, like they completely disappear. Like you can't find it at all. And that could very well be the case. We know eBay is very old, and most of their updating tends to be tweaking things versus like fully rewriting their like program to accommodate new stuff. They just kind of put in new coding and try to tweak things versus actually redoing it. And I think it's funny because I think there are times in which somebody will have like their My eBay homepage will be different than somebody else's, and nobody changed anything, but that's just what eBay's showing because of when you went on the platform, So it's definitely possible that their system can only show so many items at a time. That's like very, very probable, I would think. Just because we know the eBay site is fairly outdated. So, yeah, I definitely think it's possible that there are times in which especially if there's a million of your item on the site and it's been on for 90 days, probably even less than that in all honesty. I think it's definitely possible that your listing won't even show up in those search results. It's going out to Charlene. And here we have last one, people. Last one. It is girls. Cute skirts. Just like adorable. Adorable. I love the fabric they used for this one. Super cute. So, yeah. I think just because something works one way for you doesn't mean it works that way for everyone, and you really need to go in and do the research and understand the concept as a whole. And the reality is, if you understand the way it's working for multiple people, when things change, and things always change, the way your stuff sells, what's selling, what's in style, what's on trend, what eBay is pushing. They love eBay Motors right now. So they're definitely not pushing your sewing patterns. I don't think they've ever been pushing sewing patterns, but you know what I mean. But if you understand that, it's easier to take that sudden jarring turn when you start having problems with your items selling, because you understand, suddenly, 18th century pottery is all over the place. It was suddenly discovered a massive thing somewhere, and now instead of a couple hundred listings, you now have you know, several 100,000 listings, you're going to need to start delisting and relisting to keep your item relevant if something like that happens. And if you understand that the system does work that way for some people, even though it technically works that way for you too, but it doesn't affect you the way it does others. If you understand how it affects other people, you can make that switch if it suddenly starts affecting you that way. And I think that's where a lot of just issues have come in now. I don't think most people's issues is that they don't delist and relist. There are so much other things going on. I just mean, like, in the broad, general sense of things. The broad, general sense of things. Understanding how different aspects actually work. And trying to keep up with changes that eBay makes and the things that eBay has told us themselves. This will help you in the long run with just the different things that come along and the different things that change. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents on the subject. And, be sure and do all the things, okay? Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you feel like it, hit the thumbs down. It won't really bug me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.